Hi, welcome back to Reflections, everyone, where we talk about all things Church of Christ with the Elijah message. It is wonderful to be back with you, spending this time together. So we're continuing with the word of the Lord brought to mankind by an angel. Article of Faith and Practice, number 8. We believe the fruits of the Spirit to be love, joy, peace, long-suffering, it's a wonderful word, patience, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, and temperance. Not to get angry and mad at things all the time. So this comes from the Bible, from Galatians chapter 5. So let's go there. I'm going to pick up in verse 16. This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. Going after things that don't last, that are not eternal, like the Spirit. For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the other, so that you cannot do the things that ye would. That ye cannot do the things that ye would. If you continue to lust after the flesh, to go after things that you desire, then you're diminishing the role of the Spirit in your life, the influence of the Spirit in your life. But if you go after the things of the Spirit, the things that are of God, if you do the will of God in your life, it will diminish the lust of the flesh. But if you continue in the lust of the flesh, you will do things that you end up regretting, that don't become meaningful, that are fleeting, that are here for a moment and gone, and not resting and residing in the eternal nature of the Spirit. But if you be led of the Spirit, you're not under the law. The legalism of the law. If you do good and work righteousness and treat people as you want to be treated, the golden rule. And to love God and love your neighbor as yourself, then the legal points of the law are in your heart. Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, indulging in unrestrained lustful passions, idolatry, the worshiping of idols. These are stone and wood that people believe that the Spirit of God rests in. Idolatry as putting things above God in your life, going after those lustful passions more than you go after God. Witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, these self-serving ambitions, getting what you want regardless of other people. Wrath, strife, seditions, rebelling against authority, the authority of God. Heresies, envying, murders, drunkenness, revelings, and such like. Of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in time past, that they would do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of God. They're not representing Jesus. They're not representing the people of God. And we as Elijah Message saints are called to represent Christ in His church. But the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, long-suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against there is no law. There is no legalism of the law against goodness, against righteousness. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lust. You crucify all those things that you tend to go after instead of going after God. And Jesus defeats all of those things on the cross. If we live in the Spirit, let us also walk in the Spirit. It's such a powerful passage, such a wonderful passage in the Bible. To continue to live your life in the fruits of the Spirit. To work on it each day. To wake up in the morning, say, okay, I can be better today. Let me be more fruitful today. And we'll continue getting closer and closer to God. My brothers and sisters, it's been wonderful spending this time with you, thinking about these things, reflecting on them. And until next time, I invite you into the Elijah Message House.